Hey, wait for it. How you doing, sweetheart? Welcome to the chat, love. Thank you for dropping down. Hopefully, all is well with you, sweetheart. I just came to say what's up for a little bit. Hey, Grant me. How you doing, sweetheart? Never seen you before. You want to grant me a wish? Are you granting wishes around here? I might have like several wishes I need for you to grant, like right now. Hey, Miss Levon. How are you? Welcome to the chat, sweetheart. Hey, old son. How are you, sweetie? What's going on, ladies? What's going on? So, guess what, ladies? Guess what? I'm irritated, okay? And I'm about to tell y'all all about it. So, yesterday, I'm not even irritated. I think it's quite funny. Your other name is Mel? Oh, okay. Okay, Mel. Well, welcome to the chat, sweetheart. Welcome to the chat. So, y'all, check this out. Miss Levon, I appreciate you coming up on the panel the other day. I appreciate you being my co-host. You know, it's always a pleasure you hitting the link. But guess what, y'all? Hey, Mama Boo, what's up, girl? So guess what? So we got people going through my videos trying to put age restrictions on my videos, you guys. Okay, y'all hear me? I don't know who it is or whoever it is or whatever it is, but it doesn't matter. So I have people that's trying to play with my channel. So if y'all have not been receiving y'all's notifications out, that's why. Okay. We have people that's playing with channels and putting age restrictions on things. However, my channel was not impacted. I'm still monetized. So I don't know if that's what their goal was. It didn't work out for them. It just didn't. So yeah, I received a little restriction on one of my videos that was done way back in 23. And I said, would you look at this here? Ain't that something? That's crazy that people don't have better things to do with their time. I guess until they decide that they're gonna take this platform down, honey, they are not gonna stop. So all I did was just remove the video. What's up, Sunrose? That's all I did. I just removed it. No problem. You know, I just removed it on off of there. So then we won't have to worry about no age restriction or no things like that. Since those are the type of games that people are playing for whatever reason. I mean, if the goal was to get the channel struck, it did not work out. It did not work out. At least that's not what I received. I just hope that, people could find better things to do with their time because I'm on some type of peace, positivity things over here. I really am not like on the negativity. Not even if you bring it this way, because I have other ways that I could handle you um, without even saying a word. I'm just saying, girl, they're always playing with your channel, shaking my head. You're not even doing nothing. Well, that's okay. They can keep playing with it, Mama Boo. It's all right. Maybe one day they'll wake up and they'll get their wish. I don't know. Whatever their wish may be to get me demonetized, I'm not sure. But I most definitely did receive a restriction on one of my videos from 23. And I said, well, I guess they're working overtime. You do have the ability to send someone's whole entire channel to YouTube for them to view it or whatever the case may be. I know they done did that as well. I voted as one of Jasmine's minions. Sonny, I don't know who it is, sweetheart. And I really don't really care wait for it. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing of it is that I don't wait for YouTube. So, you know, whatever they feel is necessary, you know. I just find better things to do with my time than bother people that are not bothering me. You know, I find things that are more beneficial to my mental instead of targeting people that are not even worried about you. You know, I'm just saying. I'm just venting because I just want people to find them better things to do with their time. Like, I'm over here trying to get my mind right, get my attitude together and things like that, because I have two handsome Black boys, you know. And then it just feels like people just don't know when to keep it moving and let things go. Hey, Miss Linda, how are you? Hopefully you're having a good day. But yeah, that's what I came on here to tell y'all. I'm gonna upload it for y'all so that y'all can see it. I said, would you look at this, honey? And what was so cold about it, the video just had 1K views on it. It's not like it had a lot of views on it or anything like that. So it was nothing for me to throw it away. It's nothing for me to throw any of these videos away that needs to get thrown away if necessary. Especially if y'all gonna be going through trying to age restrict. Cause see, here's the thing. One thing you don't want to get on your videos, make sure that if your audience is set for a certain type of audience, that you have it set for them. Make sure that it's not set for all, meaning that anybody can view your content if it's not appropriate for children or things like that. Make sure they have something that they're going to be starting on the 13th, I think they said. Let me see, or on the 14th. Let me look at this thing real quick. And they said they were going to start some type of extending standard teen protections, bringing age-appropriate experiences to more teens. We're extending teen protections to U.S. users we now estimate to be under 18, including enabling digital well-being tools by default, showing only non-personalized ads, settings uploads to private, and all of that good stuff. So they're supposed to be doing some type of different things, companies, they change periodically. They have the guidelines to change and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. So for instance, like if something does not go along with the community guidelines, you could, potentially get your channel snatched. It just depends. I mean, on what's going on over there. But I'm gonna upload this because I want y'all to see this, how people just don't know how to just leave well enough alone. I don't care where it's coming from. Just find something better to do with yourself. I mean, I think that you should. I don't understand how come people like to come over here and mess with me. I get on here and do my commentary and go about my business. I don't get on here bothering people. I don't get on here exposing people's personal information. I don't get on here targeting individuals. I don't do things like that because I don't have to. There's no purpose. There's no reason for that. It's not going to make me feel good at the end, the beginning, or the middle of the day to do those things. But some people seem to like that type of shit. I get on here and talk my shit and log off of here, and half of the time y'all don't even see me. And every time I hit my live button, you could just bet a troll is going to come off in here. But won't troll enough to hit no link or nothing like that. But going through videos to age restrict them is just beyond me. But hey, whatever y'all feel is necessary, I'll get my alerts and I'll handle them accordingly. I didn't appeal it. No, I didn't appeal it at all. I just took it straight off of my channel. What's up, son? Yeah, I just strictly removed it off of there. Anything that you want to mess with, I'm just going to remove, period. If it's going against the people's community guidelines or whatever the case may be, they didn't remove it. They didn't tell me that I had to either. It could have stayed there. It most definitely could have. But the thing that I didn't like is that when they put that age restriction on that damn video, it turned my green icon to yellow. And we're not doing yellows or reds over here. So it had to go. So if y'all want to hit any of those other videos that has already been paid out for, they have already been paid out for. So it's not going to get a strike. It's just going to turn the green to yellow. And all I'm going to do is just delete it, period. Just to keep the channel afloat, just to let them know that I don't think that having so-called not age-appropriate content on my channel is a good thing for me to do. I just get rid of it, so they'll know that I stand on business. So I'm about to upload this, and I'm about to put it on the screen for y'all, because when I tell y'all, these people just be playing with me. And that's exactly why I had the this up here. Let me go ahead and put it up here. See, they like to come through when they see this over here, this overlay. Because, see, the overlay does not erase the negative comments over here. It erases them off of the YouTube chat. But this right here that y'all see, the overlay actually shows right there. You see it? And that's why I'm going to keep it off. Because people like to play. It's in a way to try to get your channel struck. Because they come here saying all types of weird stuff. And it's just not going to happen. It seems like someone is trying to get your government name. They're trying to hack me, through the link. That's why I dropped it, because they say they are very good at what they do or whatever. And it's not like that I'm trying to hide who I am. I actually showed my face, and I've actually showed y'all where I'm at. And y'all actually know where I'm at because I've actually showed y'all that I'm in Oklahoma due to being in certain places in Oklahoma, live or video or whatever the case may be. What's up, Proud Mommy? That's what I came for. Hey, baby, how your son doing? Because, Proud Mommy, check this out. Today, I found out something that really is troubling my spirit right now, but I'm going to have to just work through it. And I may not talk about it today. I may talk about it at a later time after all this little transition takes place or whatever. Okay? I may elaborate on it. I may even talk about it later on in this conversation. I don't know. Because the reason why I came on here is because it's really got me feeling away. Okay. But it's going to be all right. It's going to be a little transition for my boys. They're going to be in different places. And I don't think that I'm going to be able to. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about this. Okay. All right. What's up here, Area? What's up, Mary? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. But yeah, somebody is indeed trying to get my government name. And you know what they're going to do when they get my government name? You know what they want to do with my government name, Miss Linda? They want to call CPS on me. And let me tell you something, Miss Linda. I'm not worried about them doing what they feel they're going to do to me, because I'm going to tell you straight like this. This is how this is going to go. This is exactly how this is going to go. If they decide that they want to play in any of those type of areas, all right, I will notify who I need to notify about these individuals, and these individuals' names will be told to who they need to be told to. All right. I'm not going to be worried about things that I shouldn't have to worry about, because I'm a real mother and I do what I'm supposed to be doing, or whatever the case may be. But I already know how they're going to try to play with it. And this is how I'm going to play with it. I'm going to find out whoever it may be. If that ever comes into play, I'm going to find out who made the call. And I'm going to go from there. Because what we're not going to do is do those type of things. We're not going to make false reports on nobody over here. So if that's what they're trying to do, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get my government name to try to think they're going to do something to me. And it's not going to happen. Not today, not tomorrow, not next week, next month, or next year. Hey, Miss Deborah, how you doing? It's nice to see you. Nice to see you, Miss Deborah. So yeah, we shall see how this is gonna work out. Hey, it was a rough first 2 days, but day 3 was more smooth. He loves. Okay, sweetheart. Proud mommy, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna be feeling just how you felt when baby boy went to school for the first time. I'm about to be feeling that same way here in a couple of weeks. And we're gonna talk about it, okay? So me and you gonna be in the same kind of little area. Don't even trip. It's starting all over for me again too, okay? Boy. Boy, proud mommy. It's gonna be all right. Of course, it's gonna be a few little, hiccups or whatever. But as time goes on, and as he's around people of his peers, he'll be okay. He'll be fine. So I'm pretty sure that the first couple of days was kind of rough for you and him, and just hopefully throughout like tomorrow and Friday that he'll probably get a little bit of hang of it or something or whatever, whatnot. We shall see. But don't worry about it too much. I think it's a lot of separation anxiety or whatever for both of y'all, especially for little man. So he'll be okay. I promise you he will be. My boys is going to be going to 2 different places this year. Okay. I just got the phone call this morning. Well, just a while ago. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna have to deal with, Proud Mommy. I'm gonna have to relearn some people. Okay. And I'm not too thrilled about it, but it's not nothing that I can do about it at this particular point. It is what it is. They're going to be going in two different places, okay? And I'm going to be going to two different places and having to deal with many of people's, okay? Two different teams for two different little boys. And I'm not too thrilled about it. And I'll let them know that I wasn't too thrilled about it. And they said they understood, but at the same time, this is what the situation is going to be. Okay. All right. So I got one child going somewhere else, and I got another child going another place. So I have to relearn all of these new people for my baby boy, and I ain't thrilled, and I ain't happy about it. And I expressed my grievances about it, or whatever the case may be. But the principal that contacted me this morning told me that they were made to make this phone call to the parents to let the parents know, even though they have enrolled them into where they were enrolled at, that they're being enrolled somewhere else. Okay. You heard exactly what the fuck I said. And that's exactly why I'm irritated right there. Okay. And it has a lot to do with place and due to the programs. Really and truly, I'm going to tell y'all the reason why this is happening. The reason why this is happening is because my sons are off in a program, right? Okay. They both were off in the same program with each other at the same place. Okay. Now the program now, it's too many of the kids over there at that program where they're at. So they have to take some of the kids. This is what they're having to do. They're having to take some of the kids and move them somewhere else. Okay. That's what they have to do. They have to take some of the children, and some of the children in that program have to go to a different location. They can't all be in that same location. Okay. Because there's too many of them, which I understand. Because then that'll overcrowd. That'll make it worse for the teachers if it's too many people in the program and not enough teachers to accommodate those kids. Okay. So my baby boy is no longer going to be in the same program where my oldest son is. He's going to be somewhere else, and my baby boy is going to be another place. So that's what I'm gonna have to deal with. Okay, that's what it is. So I'll go and meet Jalen's teacher pretty soon, and I'm sure that I'll be getting a phone call for Tristan as well. So that's what has happened. They're saying and then another program has opened up in another place too. So it'll be better for him to be over there than for him to be in somewhere where it's overcrowded. So if it's as long as it's to accommodate him, it's fine. But Proud Mommy, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, I'm going up to that school because I have some more questions. I really do. Okay. Because see, I wanted my sons to stay in the same place, but if they can't stay in the same place, that's fine. It's cool. But I'm not really too much digging. I'm just telling you that shit right now. So the same stuff that you have been experiencing with your son, honey, I'm going to be experiencing with my baby boy. Most definitely. I will be. But yeah, that's what she told me. She said that they told them that they put it up to the principals to make these phone calls to the parents to let the parents know that this was taking place. She said that she also have a relative that is at another particular program where their students been taken from over there, and they're getting, having to go other places as well too, and they're not too thrilled about it. So I guess this was a last minute situation type of thing. Yeah. Because when I say that I enrolled my kid somewhere and then I'm being told that my kid is being placed somewhere else, I'm just like, oh, really? Interesting. So here we go. I don't know what type of different laws and things they done changed off in y'all state regarding schools and stuff like that, whatever. But I'm telling y'all now that we are here and we have people in office, honey, oh boy, we are. I guess this is what the oh boy, this is going to be interesting. No, that's okay, Proud Mommy. Eventually they would have to, what I have to understand, eventually they would have to separate anyway, because Tristan's getting older. Tristan's going to be in the 4th grade. Okay. So, and yeah, he's going to be in the 4th grade, and Jalen's going to be in the 1st grade. All right. So it'll be okay. Maybe it happening now will be better, so I can go ahead and get over it, you know, and I have to experience it or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I wasn't too thrilled with that. She said, I understand, but yeah, this is what they have to do. So it is what it is. You're nervous? Don't be nervous. It's okay. I'm not gonna be nervous either, honey. I'm not gonna be nervous about him going there. It's just the whole point of if you have children with special needs, it's just the thing of it's not the point that they have to be different at different places. It's just the point of you having to relearn all of these people when it pertains to your child all over again. That's what I don't want to have to do. But I have to do what I have to do because my child has to go to school, right? I can't let my child not go to school. He has to go. But when I tell you I wasn't too thrilled about that shit, I wasn't. I'm like, why is these people calling me? For what? What are y'all calling me for? And she explained. And I said, okay. Hmm. Oh, no, my kids don't ride no bus, honey. I'm the bus driver. Mm-mm. Yeah, my kids don't ride no bus, Miss Levine. I don't trust the bus. Jalen Tristan had an experience of riding the bus when he was in kindergarten for a little bit, but that was just for a little bit, Miss Levine. Other than that, no. Mm-mm. I pick up and drop my kids off. I don't let them ride no bus. Even if they say they'll pick them up right in front of the house, I still like, no, I'm good. Cause they will, but I'm good. Mm-mm. No, I'd rather transport my children myself. And the thing of it is, y'all, the programs are not too far apart. They're not. Where they're going to be at, they're not going to be like real far apart. Like I'm not going to have to drive long distance away from the school from where they're going to be at. No, I'm not going to have to do that. It's just the fact of, here we go. Boy, I wasn't looking forward to this, but it is what it is. Yes, Mr. Vaughn, I don't let them travel on the bus, ma'am. I don't. So the school times is the same, or whatever the case may be, and the let out time is about the same as well, Mr. Vaughn. And it's not too far. They're not too far from the programs are not too far from each other, so it's okay. It's just the fact that I have to go off in there and I have to meet all of these new people after I've already done got done formed relationships with the people already at the program where my oldest boy was already going to. You know, Jalen just started going there when he started going for preschool. So he was there for preschool, kindergarten, right? Now he's going somewhere else for first grade. It's kind of something similar to like Tristan. Tristan was somewhere else in kindergarten, but now he's been at where he's at right now from first grade all the way up until fourth now, because he'll be there or whatever. And basically what she said was is that, since they have that program and the program that they have is basically for what she say for pre-K to from pre-K to third grade. So that's why when I asked her, I said, well, my other son, he needs to be cool. He needs to be coming over there as well. And she was just like, well, the reason of that being is because the program that they have is from pre-K to third grade, right? That's what the program is. Tristan's going to fourth grade, so that's why Tristan's not able to go where Jalen is going, because they don't have it for him. So that's why he has to stay where he's at. So when I tell y'all that I'm irritated, I'm frustrated, and when you have people around you that don't have special needs kids, they think they know the ins and outs, and that type of shit right there would make me want to cuss people out. Because if you don't have special needs kids, you do not know what a person has to go through, especially a person that actually do care about their kids. A person that's just sitting up there having special needs kids that might be collecting a check off and may not give a damn about their kids enough to give a fuck. I do. I care about my kids. I care about where my kids is going. I care about who my kids is going to be around. I expressed my grievances that I didn't want my son where he was going because I wanted my kids to be together, but I can't always get what I want. And that's just a part of life. And I have to understand that. I have to understand that. I have to understand that no matter how hard I don't want to have to understand that shit, I have to. I am pissed. I ain't gonna lie to you. But what can I do about it? Nothing. I can't do shit about it. I can't do nothing about it. All I can do is just pray that where my child is going is that I don't end up having no issues and no problems. That's all. And hopefully I don't. Hopefully I don't have any issues, y'all. I'm not trying to run into any, but this is going to be a whole nother situation for me coming this school year. So proud mommy, I'm right with you. Okay. Once my baby boy starts that other program, honey, I'm gonna be tripping too. But I'm gonna pull myself together though, cause see, I tend to allow certain things with my children to keep me in a place. It's like I end up being in a sunken place that I can't pull my ass up out of sometimes because I overthink things a lot. And then I get to thinking about my babies when my babies is not around because I actually really do love my children. Yes, I do. Most definitely. So it's just like, But I'll be all right, y'all. I have no choice but to be. And really and truly, y'all, I've done met somewhat of these people before. But at the same time, though, I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. Yeah. But I'm going to be all right, though. And TC, don't you worry about your baby. Your baby gonna be all right too. All of our babies is gonna be all right. Okay, we just gotta pray about it. I just don't understand. Like, I want to advocate for some cameras being off in those rooms with those special needs kids. Not just with the special needs kids, but the children. Period. I don't understand how come there's not cameras off in the classrooms. Don't y'all find that kind of weird that there's no cameras in the classrooms? Why not? Why is there just cameras off in the hallways and in the front office and things like that? How is it that those people in the office need to be more protected than our children do? Huh? Because I want to know why there's not no cameras off in any of the school rooms. Don't have to just be strictly for special needs children. It could be for all of our children. How come they don't have no cameras off in those classrooms, but they got cameras off in the principal's office or in the office and shit like that? They got cameras where the adults are, but they don't have cameras in the rooms where the children are. So thank God the kids do have cell phones, but now guess what? They done banned them, which I mean, I understand, because if children is not if they're not doing their work and they're on cell phones and shit like that, or whatever the case may be, then I could understand them banning that shit. But that was their little lifeline to be able to, what's up, Mara? That was their little lifeline to be able to record things that needed to be recorded to keep their parents aware of, active shooters or anything like that. I mean, like, this is crazy. Now, TC, I don't be giving out no email. You know that you can just reach out to me on here, sweetheart, anytime that you want to when I go live. They need to have cameras off in those rooms. I pray over my son every morning, as you should, sweetheart. Pray over him. I'm definitely going to be praying over mine, especially since I have this situation now. But I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I can't be mad about that. If it's overcrowded in the program that he's in, that they're both in, then that means that some children have to be pulled out of their program. They have to be placed in other places to where they can get what they need, so where it does not stress the teachers that's teaching them, or stress the people that's helping your child. It won't be stressing them out, and then it won't be overly stressing all of those kids off from there not getting able to get what they need because it's too many of them, or it's not enough teachers, or whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna say that it is what it is, and everything happens for a reason. you know and sometimes change is good, and sometimes change is just what the fuck it is. I mean, but it's gonna be all right. Hey, Mia. Kids are resilient and will adjust. The separation anxiety is hard. Just reassure them they okay. Yeah, I am, Miss Mary. I am. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure that I make his transition. It's just the whole point of him getting used to something. If you get a child, especially a child that's autistic, they have routines that they're used to. If you take them out of their normal routine, say for instance, okay, this is what I feel like I'm gonna have to deal with. So when I drop Tristan off, Jalen is gonna want to get out the car, right? Because he's gonna think that he's supposed to get out the car with Tristan to go off into the schoolhouse, right? So I'm having to figure out how I'm gonna do this. Who do I need to drop off first? Type of situation. Because if I drop off Tristan with Jalen, Jalen is definitely going to try to get out the car and go into the school. He's going to definitely try to get out and go in there with him, right? So I figured that now, then I guess I'll have to drop Jalen off. Then Jalen's going to be like, he's going to be confused. Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? So that can cause him too, like, how your child is, proud mommy, that can cause my child to feel some type of way to where, he's going to be in his feelings because he's used to going somewhere. And now this year he's going to be going somewhere totally different. So the transition for him is not going to be something that he's going to be used to. So now I'm going to have to deal with the fact maybe he might be upset. He may cry. He may not have a good couple of first of days. I don't know. I'm hoping that he does. I'm hoping that when I have to drop him off at school, that I don't have to run off into anything or whatever the case may be. My thing would to be dropping off Tristan first or whatever. And then I would just have to explain to him that he has to go somewhere else. But then along the ride, I could see him getting upset or whatever. And then I have to deal with that when I arrive to the school. Then I have to deal with the fact of him going off into the school, right? This is going to be a whole totally different situation for him. So tomorrow, this is what I plan to do. I'm going up to that school tomorrow. I'm going up to that school tomorrow. And I need to sit and talk with the principal. Because I have some questions. I most definitely do. I most definitely have some questions because here's the thing. So I'm guessing when that program ends, then he would have to go where Tristan is, type shit. Like I'm just trying to figure it out. That's even if we are even around in the area where we're at. I don't even know. It all depends, really, to be honest with you. But as a mother with autistic children, like you want to keep things the same for them. You don't want to be unstable or not unstable, but you don't want to keep moving your children that has autism around like that, because once they get used to certain things and that's what they know, that can cause certain things to take place. Like that can cause a child to regress due to a transition that they're not used to. And it could cause them to regress like just for a little bit. And it doesn't have to last for a long time. But it could cause them to act in a way to where they, like, this is not my norm. This is not what I'm used to. I'm having to see all of these different people that I don't know. He grew a relationship with those people at that school, grew a relationship with those children at that school. And now he's having to go to another place. So now I'm having to deal with the situation to where he's going to have to deal with being around something totally different, separation anxiety. His first day of school may not be so, I don't know. But let me not speak that for him. Let me just say that he will have a good day. I'm just going to be the one that's going to be in my feelings about the situation due to the fact that it's going to be something different for him and I. And even Tristan, because Tristan's going to be looking for his brother. You know what I'm saying? They go into the place with each other, so he's going to be looking for his brother. So if you don't have autistic children, if you don't have special needs children, you would never know how that feels to have to go through that type of things. You have some people who just say, oh, well, it's going to be okay. You don't know what it's going to be. And it's easy for someone to say that when they don't have to deal with all of these different individuals. I don't just have one child with autism. I have two. I know the people where my oldest boy is going. I don't know these people where my baby boy is going. I'm gonna have to learn these people. But I get to meet his teacher pretty soon. The date is coming up. She gave it to me to where I can come and meet his teacher. I know his teacher's name and things like that, or whatever the case may be. And we are most definitely gonna. I'm most definitely gonna be calling a meeting for my son expeditiously, real soon. But she did let me know that for any reason that I don't want my son to be at the school that he's going to be going to, or the program that he's going to be going to, that I could do a transfer. But why would I have to do a transfer? I don't understand. So that's why I said I'm going to be going to that school tomorrow to see exactly what exactly what's going on. And not only that, I'm also going somewhere else because I have some questions. Because you don't just call somebody 2 weeks before 2 weeks before school and let the parent know what's going to happen. So I'm about to see who I need to talk to about that situation on some real shit, most definitely. And I'm going to go from there. That's what I'm going to do. Now, you have to be consistent in a child that's autistic. So you have to be consistent because it can cause them to regress. It cause them to go backwards. It can cause them to act out. It can cause behavioral issues. It can cause a lot of different things when you transition your child. But anything could happen at any given moment, you know what I'm saying, to where that could take place. And there are programs, autism programs and things like that at these schools or whatever. So, but still, you're going to call me and tell me that you're trying to get in contact with me to tell me where my child is going, as if like you're calling to tell me something. What? Because when I received the phone call, I'm trying to figure out why is this particular person reaching out to me when my child is going somewhere totally different. I have no understanding. And then when she called and explained it to me and said that they had the principals call out to parents to tell them that even though the children might have been enrolled in one place, they're going to be going another. I said, oh, well, listen here. Ain't that about a bitch? How do you know that how you know that the parent don't have other things around or whatever the I mean, like, you just gonna tell somebody just after this 2 weeks in advance before school started, this is what it is, right? I was just like, wow. Well, luckily, like I'm telling y'all, it's not that I have to draw here, there, everywhere, because I don't. I really do not. It's just a principle of the shit. I don't like the way the shit is happening around here. It seems like, yeah, people might need to really tighten up, These mommies that be on here, I don't know if they living in La La fairy tale land, but honey, I keep my eye. I tell y'all that I don't watch the news, but I most definitely keep my ears and my eyes close to where they need to be, especially with things like this that can impact my children or my livelihood. Yes, Miss Levine. Like, seriously, what's wrong with her, Miss Levine? That's a bunch of bullshit to me. That's what it sounds like to me, Miss Levine. So you know what I'm gonna do, Miss Levine? I'm gonna go up to that school tomorrow, and I want to talk to her face to face because I need to get some understanding. I have the right to get the understanding due to the fact that my children have been enrolled a long time. They have been enrolled for school a long time ago, Miss Levine. You know how long my children have already been enrolled into school? The first time that they opened up enrollment, pre-enrollment for your children, way back before your kids even got out of school, my kids was enrolled into school for the next school year. They was already enrolled into school. So how dare they wait 2 weeks before school to tell me this situation about my child and then think that I'm just supposed to be I'm supposed to be cool with the shit. Like, you know what? That's crazy. But it is what it is, Mr. Levine. My child has to go to school. And just as long as my child is still off in his autism program and it accommodates his needs and things like that, then hey, I can't really, what can I say? Other than the fact that I'm just not trying to relearn all of these different people again or whatever the case may be. You know, as long as he's getting what he needs, and nothing is changing drastically for him, and I don't have to go off into those IEP meetings and have to hear something totally different against where I'm have to fight against Miss Levine, then I'll be all right. I'm most definitely gonna go up there. Yeah, because I got some questions that I need to ask, you know. Anytime that you want to ask questions that are you able to stay with him for a while? Um, well, I'll see. You know what I'm saying? You mean if I am I able to go off into the school with him while he goes on the first day? I'll see what I'm gonna see. I'm gonna check on it tomorrow, and I'm gonna come and let y'all know how this works out because, like I'm telling y'all, I'm not feeling this shit, dude. I ain't. That's why I had to come and talk to y'all about it, you know, because some of y'all have autistic children just like I do. I can't talk to motherfuckers that don't have children like mine and think that they know that and they could tell me or say certain things because it's gonna make me cuss them out. You know what I'm saying? So just to avoid cussing people out that don't deal with the things that I deal with from time to time, I'd rather come in here and talk to Miss Levine because she knows. I'd rather come in here and talk to Proud Mommy. I'd rather come here and talk to y'all because y'all have children just like mine and y'all have experiences like mine. I can't talk to nobody that don't have experiences like mine and talk as if like they know because I'm going to cuss their asses out. For real. Like it just really grinds my gears. If you know, you know. Have y'all ever met somebody that think they know what you go through every day as if like they had to and they didn't have to? Wouldn't that piss you off? That makes me angry. If you've never had to deal with certain things, if you never had to go through IEPs and 504s, if you've never had to deal with a child with autism or that has ADHD, then you can't tell me shit about what I go through from day to day, especially when you didn't have to go through these things with your own children because your children don't have special needs. So you cannot look at a video and watch other people and their children with autism and think that everybody's experience is the same because they're not, because the children involved are different and the parents involved are different and the situation itself is different even though they may have the same diagnosis. Oh my God, boy, you cannot explain this to people because you'll end up wanting to cuss their asses out. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Pammy. I mean, I had to come on here and talk to y'all. I'm dead ass serious. It really makes me feel a lot of different ways. It really pisses me off to talk to people that think they know what you are experiencing and they don't know. I mean, like, seriously, it's a bunch of bullshit. I was just thinking to myself because I seen the number flash across my screen, and then I get the voicemail. I'm trying to reach the parents of blah blah blah. I'm trying to reach either Mrs. or Mister, and I'm thinking to myself like, because your son will be attending. I said, what? You got to be kidding me. It doesn't make any sense. You know, I had to come and vent to y'all. Miss Levon, he's very much aware of our son's situation. Most definitely. Um, and if I need for him to go up there with me, then he will most definitely do that as well. But I got this. He has to go to work, and that's exactly where he's going to be at, is work. That's where he's going. And I'm going to go up to the school. I handle all of this. When it pertains to the children and those type of things like that, that's me. That's not him. It's me. Now, where I need him, he comes in. But as far as that goes right there, oh, they're going to see me. They're going to see me. And she's going to see me tomorrow, most definitely, because I have some questions. And see, when he's not able to be where he needs to be, there's always a phone call. He sits there. He'll be there. IEP means he's there on the phone if he's able to be there on the phone. However, I got this though. I'm most definitely going to go off into that office and ask her some questions tomorrow. I'm most definitely gonna go off into that office and I'm gonna ask her what needs to be asked in regards to displacement and things like that because I'm not feeling it. I really ain't. And I ain't gonna feel it until he's actually there, to about probably 2 weeks or maybe a month or something like that. But yeah, I'm most definitely gonna go off into the office tomorrow, and I have some things I want to ask her in regards to that. I noticed that I unsubscribed and subscribed, and I get the notifications now again. Okay, well that's good. Okay, that's probably what you need to do. But yes, Mr. Vaughn, yeah, that's usually how it works for us, sweetheart. I usually take care of all of that stuff with the boys and things like that, and he do what he need to do, and I do what I need to do. So yeah, I'm gonna handle that tomorrow in the morning when it comes to them, or when it comes to my baby boy, and I'm gonna see about that because yeah, I found that shit kind of strange. I most definitely did. But then again, hmm, we'll see once I go to that. Once I go up there. And now I'm gonna come and talk to y'all about it. But I'm only gonna come and talk to y'all about shit like this because if I talk to anything else to anybody else about it, I'm gonna cuss their asses. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I'm trying to avoid from cussing people out. I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. But I really don't want nobody to sit up there and be around me as I'm expressing how I'm feeling about something and try to make it seem like what I'm talking about is not that big of a deal. It's a big deal to me because my child is going somewhere else and he's not going where he would normally go. And it's more than just him going there. That's what you have to understand. If you're a parent with special needs children, then you understand exactly where I'm coming from. It's more than just my son going somewhere else. It's more than that. It's the whole transition that can be a problem. You're not just taking a child that don't have special needs to a different school and they have some understanding. You're taking a child that has autism, that has a certain amount, they have a limited understanding of certain things that they may not understand. I can't explain this to somebody that has never experienced this type of shit because they'll get to talking like, well, it's not like he's just going to another school. No, it's more than just going to another damn school. That could cause a lot of different things for that child, behavioral issues. Yes. Mm-hmm. It can cause that child to not want to be there, crying all day, having some type of issues. That type of situation, that transition for that child can bring on a lot of different other things. That's all I'm saying. And if you know, you know. And if you have yet to experience that, then when you do experience that, I know Miss Levine maybe not, may have experienced some things like that where it changes just abruptly. I don't know. Or certain things that had to change or whatever. I don't know. But if you have a special needs child and you have not experienced that, once you experience it, you'll feel the same way as I feel, you know. And that's just that on that, you know. But all in all, I'll get the answers that I need come tomorrow because I most definitely will be going to where I need to go to get them. And I'll go from there. Okay. But I'm not gonna allow myself to get to the point to where I upset myself because I'm known to do that. And I guess that's why I'm sitting up here. I'm using y'all. I'm not using y'all, but I'm venting to y'all. Y'all are helping me right now because I'm trying to calm my nerves about this situation. I really am. It's going to bother me all day, all the way up until I talk to this woman tomorrow. Okay. And then I'll just have to come and let y'all know the outcome of it or whatever the case may be. And we'll just have to go from there. You have Miss Levine, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's really frustrating to try to get people to understand, and when people like downplay your feelings or the way you're expressing yourself towards certain situations, it really just pisses me off, y'all. I really had to walk away. My son is grown with autism. He is very high functioning with short notice. Like this, he would really lose it. I understand your concern. I'm very like, oh my God. Man, I'm in my feelings, y'all. I'm extremely irritated. But um, I mean, it is what it is, though. You know, um, I have to do what I got to do. So y'all don't understand, man, for real. But I'll be all right though. I mean, I ain't got no choice but to be all right. But to be all right, you know. I just want my son to be all right, you know. I don't want this to offset my son. Either one of them, you know. Tristan has gotten used to his baby brother going to school with him, and you know, I know eventually that this would have to happen, but not so soon, you know. I knew eventually it would happen, y'all. Just didn't think it would be so soon. But um, whatever is best for the children is what it has to be. So if the program that he was in had too many, you know, I mean, if it was getting to the point to where it was too many, or whatever the case may be, then you know they have to do what they got to do. And I just wish that I would have known about this sooner than later. Then maybe I could process my feelings because right now I'm having a hard time, y'all. I'm having a hard time. I don't even know if I should even waste my time. But then again, it's like, I don't know. She told me it would, EJ. She said that she said she said the new program would or whatever. I also have to understand that both of my children, even though they both have autism, the levels of their autism are different as well. Okay. So the place where my oldest boy is at, it could be that he needs to be there due to him being nonverbal. My oldest boy is not, he's not nonverbal, but partially, somewhat, in a way. Um, Meaning that there are certain ways that he cannot express himself. Uh, but she told me that he would have everything that he needed, and that she understands my concern or whatever. But this is the situation that's in hand. Okay. So, um, this is what it is, y'all, and that's just what I have to deal with. So it is what it is. I'm gonna get out my feelings and just pray about it. I don't want to think nothing bad or think negative or whatever the case may be. It's just that I hope that when it's time for him to go off into that schoolhouse, that I don't run into a whole lot of problems or whatever. Um, and yeah. So once I go to the schoolhouse in the morning and talk to the principal and see what all, I guess I need some type of reassurance. I think that's what I need. I'm the type of person I need some type of reassurance. I heard what the fuck you told me, but at the same time, I need to hear it again. And this time I need to hear it face to face type shit, I guess. You know, it's just that's wild. That shit just threw me for a loop hearing that shit today. I ain't gonna even lie to you. It really did. It really most definitely did. But it is what it is. I'm gonna pray about it and I'm gonna keep my head up and I'm gonna get my baby ready for this day to come. And I'm gonna have to figure out which one of them I'm gonna drop off first. Oh Lord Jesus Christ, this is gonna be something. I'm gonna have to figure out who I'm gonna drop off first. And I'm gonna have to go from there, y'all. Hey Zena. I love you too, TC. I'm about to get off of here, y'all. Thank y'all for listening to me. But I think I'm just gonna sit here and just, I don't know. But I thank y'all for listening to me. But I just wanted to talk to y'all. Because in these situations, like, I really don't be having nobody to talk to. Especially with stuff like this. So I thank y'all for listening to me. And it feels better that I'm able to speak to people that have somewhat the similar situations that I'm experiencing. But I just needed to come and talk to y'all for a little bit. I'm about to go ahead and get off of here. And Miss Levine, I appreciate you. Um, I would have dropped the link for you to come up, but I'm not up to it really. Um, but thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. I really do. Just pray for me, please. Please. Please pray for me. I'll see y'all next time. Hopefully, hopefully, I'll be in better spirits. But thank y'all for coming, and I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all.